Uncle Mort's Celtic Fringe by Peter Tinniswood. The blood-red beetle sulked. It scowled at them sullenly. Its headlights drooped in the morning sun and brooded. Carter Brandon had decided to rest the car and take a trip by train.
Where are we going then, Carter?
I thought we might have a shufti at the Valleys.
Favourite, lad, favourite. You can't whack a good shufti. Don't matter what it is, it's just the privilege of being allowed to use the word. When I die, Carter, I'd like it wrote on my headstone.
What?
Gone for a shufti. Back later.
The diesel train clattered through the Taff Vale suburbs of Cardiff.
Noisy, bloody thing. They should never have got rid of steam.
Aye.
In the great days of steam, there was no finer experience in life than sticking your head out of the window and getting a dollop of smuts in your eye. They used to have real wood in the carriages then. And there these little plaques to tell you what it was. Philippine mahogany, Borneo teak, redwood from the forests of the Pacific Basin.
Smashing.
You should have seen the size of the engine driver's snots.
Uncle Mort picked up a newspaper lying on the seat beside him. He commenced to read.
There's been another ferryboat disaster in the China Sea.
Has there?
Aye, at least 700 missing. Come on, you buggers, you can make the 1,000 if you try hard enough.
Back gardens limp with summer washing. A marmalade cat stalking a song thrush.
Bastard.
Small children squealing and splashing in a red inflatable paddling pool.
Bastards!
Hutched rabbits, coated pigeons, goldfish ponds on deck-chaired lawns. Uncle Mort returned to his newspaper.
Why do they always have to write obituaries about famous people? Why do they never write about ordinary people?
Such as?
Teddy Ward.
What would you write about him?
Simple, lad. A doddle. Teddy Ward. Lifelong allotment holder, messy eater, chronic snuffler and congenital denture slucker, died yesterday of loneliness. He survived by his arch support.
But he's not dead yet.
Bastard.
Up into the hills. Croak of couplings, creak of bogies. Uncle Mort sighed deeply and said,
I wonder who first invented leaves.
I don't know.
Neither do I. You'd think someone would tell you, wouldn't you?
Dead branches of long-lost lines, the criss and cross of long-forgotten tracks, abandoned wayside huts, crippled loco sheds, the slow, sad lilt of companies slumbering in tear-flecked memories. Bury Port and Gwendreth Valley, Rhondda and Swansea Bay, Taff Vale and South Wales Mineral.
Have you ever seen Val Doonican, Carter?
No.
I have.
What was he like?
I don't know, no one bothered to tell me.
They got off the train at the town where the two rivers met. They were stopped on the platform by an elderly gentleman wearing Panama hat, white linen jacket and thick tweed trousers.
I wonder if you would be kind enough, gentlemen, to allow me to inspect your tickets.
Dressed like that?
Sorry, it's force of habit.
Force of habit? What are you talking about?
I used to be chief ticket collector here. I'm retired now, but I can't keep away from the place. I'm so lonely. There's no one to talk to.
Well, try having a chinwag with the platform ticket machine yonder.
Oh, no. It's the human voice I crave. I'm desperate for talk. Talk to me. You can say anything you like. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Just talk. Please, just talk to me.
Shove off.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much.
He trotted after them as they left the station.
I'll buy you a drink if you'll talk to me. I'll buy you anything. Do you fancy a new umbrella? How about an aquarium?
He fussed at their heels as they walked through the careworn, listless town. They went into the covered market.
Can I buy you a pound of runner beans?
No!
How about a second-hand trombone?
No, bugger off!
Ah, the music of the human voice. Ah, the subtleties and the elegance of the great and noble language of Shakespeare and Milton. How about a packet of cream crackers?
They found a pub with slumbering doors. They went inside. The elderly gentleman followed them. On the counter of the bar was a large haunch of cold venison.
Anyone care for a sandwich?
Aye, go on then. I've always had a soft spot for stags.
The landlady cut thick hunks of springy white bread with charred black crusts. She spread them with dripping, brown-flecked and salty. She carved the venison, pressed it onto the bread and coated it with great glistening gollops of damson chutney. She drew them 3 pints of beer.
Veil of Death.
Oh, yes. Yes, it's endemic in this part of the world.
The retired ticket collector showed them to a table nestling under a portrait of Charlie Smirk. His eyes sparkled and glittered as he watched them chomping their sandwiches and guzzling their beer.
Well, go on then. I bought you your beer. I bought you your sandwiches. Talk to me.
What about?
Anything. Just talk to me.
I had an ingrowing toenail removed last Shrove Tuesday.
Oh, do? There's exciting, there's fascinating. Anything else?
Over to you, Carter.
Aye, well, my wife's just bought herself a knitting machine.
Well, I never. Goodness gracious me, who'd have thought it?
Aye, rum, isn't it? But you see, she maintains there's a great untapped market for romper suits and Angora bed shawls. And if only
I'm
she
as
could...
lonely as a signalman's sock.
What?
Ticket collecting was my whole life. I never wanted to be nothing else when I was a boy. Ma'am used to say to me, "When you grow up, Garunwi, what do you want to be?" I never had no hesitation in my reply. "A ticket collector, Ma'am," I used to say. "I don't want to be a lawnmower mechanic. I don't want to be a theatre organist. I want to be a ticket collector."
Oh, well, when I were a nipper, I always wanted
I
to be...
could have had a career in the judiciary, but I opted out.
Why?
Simple. They don't have no ticket punches in the judiciary.
Do you know, I've never looked on the British legal system in that light before. I served all through the First World War.
I just had an operation on my thing.
What thing?
The thing in my downstairs department. Matron says I mustn't trap it in the wardrobe.
Well, she talks sense. Did she give you any advice regarding the meat safe?
I once saw Count John McCormack.
When?
When I was a ticket collector. I saw all the greats by there at the station when I was a ticket collector. Anira Nevin, David Lloyd George, Dame Adelina Patty, Stan Stennett, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Who's he?
Who?
Stan Stennett.
Cold trains. You couldn't count them, Mum. Every minute they waddled through the station, bound for the coast, and fat as a butcher's cough. In the summer, I used to wear a rosebud in my buttonhole. Ma'am used to pack me up every day, 2 cheese sandwiches, half a vegetarian carrot, and an edible rock bun. I live in an old folks' home now. Matron's very considerate, considering. I make spills for her. I once saw W.B. Yeats. In the winter gales, the gas lamps creaked like an optician's laughter. Matron's cousin lives in Ellesmere Port.
Oh, aye. I once knew a steeplechase jockey who lived in...
I'm as lonely as Sago. I'm as miserable as a dentist's elbows. I gave my whole life to the great iron horse. Giddy up, I used to say, as the locos heaved their way up the valley, choking with smoke. I once saw Stradivarius. He came on a cheap day return from Porthcawl.
Was it valid?
No.
Bastard.